Well, hello, my friend, and welcome to this week's broadcast. I am Anne La Follette, a surface pattern designer, an online educator, and a creative entrepreneur. And I'm incredibly excited to be back this week to love on yet another one of my incredibly successful students. This week, we're going to talk about Maria Ahl-Zanier, who is actually in Sweden. She's a brilliant watercolor artist, and she came into my universe last year by taking my free mini course from Doodles to Dollars. And then she took the leap and purchased my 8-week signature course, the Pattern Design Academy, and learned inside my course how to turn her gorgeous watercolor work into repeating patterns using the magic of Adobe Illustrator, which is one of the key things that you learn inside my programs. And I am incredibly proud of the progress that she's made because she's always been a completely brilliant and talented watercolor artist. But she also, before COVID hit, did a lot of workshops. She did a lot of in-person watercolor workshops. And of course, based on the pandemic, she had to figure out, well, how can I still serve my audience? But how can I do that both with an online course and through Zoom recordings or Zoom meetings, so that you'd still have as much of that personal contact as possible. So I'm incredibly excited to tell you that she has a brilliant online course of her own now that's all about watercolor work. And I am going to have her come talk to us to do a student spotlight on Friday, February 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And the interview will take place inside my private Facebook group, Anne's Art Club. So if you aren't in my universe, please click the link below this video so that I'll let you into Anne's Art Club. And then you will be able to join us for the live interview with Maria that's on Friday, February 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in the United States. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about Maria and give you a little bit of a tour of her website. What you see on screen is Maria's website. Now, Maria goes by the name mazart.se. So it's really, really important for you to take a look at here where my cursor is, because when you go to your browser, she doesn't have a .com email address because she's in Sweden. And so to find her, you just have to type in mazart, M-A-Z, or Z if you're in Europe, art.se, which is the shortcut for Sweden. And you'll pop onto her website. And this is absolutely brilliant. In today's world where you want to attract a global audience, both have an English version of her website, which is the one I'm on right now, and she has one that's actually in Swedish. So you can click here if you wanted to switch over to the one in Swedish. But because I don't speak any Swedish, I'm going to stay on the one in English. She has beautiful watercolor work that you see right away. And then here she is. She's absolutely adorable. And her tagline is art is living in color. And she lives in a small town called Berg, which is in Sweden. And that's where she creates all of her paintings, her textile designs. That's where she exhibits her art. And that's where she teaches art classes. And of course, before COVID hit and before we were locking down and figuring out how to reinvent ourselves as creative entrepreneurs, she would do in-person art classes. But now what's incredibly exciting is that she has an online course all about watercolor work. So one of the things I want you to know about this beautiful picture of her is the dress that she's wearing is one of her designs. And she came into my universe like many of my students do, first by taking my free program from Doodles to Dollars, and then by taking the leap and purchasing my 8-week program, which is called the Pattern Design Academy. And for Maria in particular, what interested her about my program was the fact I cover watercolor work specifically and how to translate that watercolor work into beautiful repeating patterns using the magic of Adobe Illustrator. And when she came out of the class, she already had created the most gorgeous pattern of her watercolor work that she turned into a dress. It's actually not the one she's shown in. She might be in it in another in another image as I scroll down here. It's actually this beautiful image right here. It's a thistle print. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you can get it in a dress. And she's going to be launching her watercolor program really, really soon. I'm super excited about it. So let me come back up to the top. There is so much to explore on her website. If you click on classes, you can see what she's doing both online, on the weekend, and also weekly. And also, if you continue to scroll down, she's got all of these fabulous videos of different projects that she's done, and she's been running a lot of really fun watercolor challenges. So, as I mentioned, I want you to mark your calendar because she's going to be live with me on Friday, February 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time inside my private Facebook group, Anne's Art Club. And if you've been following along for the last several weeks, you know that this has become a whole series in the month of February where I am loving back on students who have come through my program and have now both either pivoted or continued to expand their creative businesses based on what they learned in my program. And every single one of you is unique. And so what you end up doing after taking my programs is, of course, completely and totally unique, which is what you're seeing this entire month in these student spotlights. Isn't her work beautiful? It's just gorgeous. And I'm incredibly, incredibly proud to be able to support her as she launches her first online course. And this is an incredible opportunity for you to actually learn her watercolor techniques, but also for you to connect with her wherever you are in the world. So click the link below to join Anne's Art Club so that you don't miss the interview. Again, it's on Friday, February 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time inside Anne's Art Club. And I always like to say in closing that I am Anne La Follette, and it's never too late to create. Bye for now, and I'll see you next week. If you enjoyed this broadcast, please go to my website, AnneLaFolletteArt.com. What you see on screen is the cover image that you see as soon as you land on the website. And all the way at the bottom, you can follow me on Instagram at Anne La Follette Art. And there's a link there for you to click on. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Anne La Follette, and you can click on the subscribe button and then hit that little bell so that you're notified the next time I have a broadcast for you.